Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, now here I am with another ECW pay-per-view review. And now next up, this is going to be a review for ECW Hardcore Heaven 1999. So, so the show really does really seem to be like a very mixed bag. I mean, overall, I guess like this show is solid, but I don't know. I mean, given like what we really did have on the show, like the matches that were on the show, I think this probably really could have turned out better than what it actually was. Yeah. So I guess like this pay per view is kind of a disappointment in that sense. But yeah, overall, I still think that we do have like a relatively solid show. I mean, yeah, we still did get like some good stuff on the show, and yeah, and of course, like once again, just like the last show, there is like a real classic on this show. Yeah. So I find it really hard to really say that this is a bad show due to like at least like it having like a real classic and a relatively um good show overall. Yeah, like not everything really was good about it. Like I said, there was some stuff on here that really like you felt like really could have been better. Yeah, and some there was like a few booking decisions on here that just really like did really not make sense at all. So really just it really does seem to be like all over the place with the show. Some stuff is good, some stuff is bad. Yeah. So it really just really seemed to be like a very mixed bag. I guess it really just comes down to you either love it or you are disappointed by it. So yeah. So it really just is like really comes down to like really like how much you are really expecting to see from the show. Yeah. But overall, yeah, despite the fact that we did get like some disappointments on the show, I do think that there it is still overall a solid show. All right. So I guess I'll just start talking about the show. All right. So as like the show was opening up with the Joey Styles opening promo or an introduction, and then like just suddenly like Chris Candido then came out and brought out Dudley Boyz as like his insurance policy. Yeah, and the scheduled main event for the show was Chris Candido challenging Taz for the ECW World Championship. Yeah, but then during like this promo from Chris Candido, then like Taz then came out and they just like had their match like right here. So why all of a sudden is like the main event of the show like opening the show? Like what's the logic in that? Like I didn't even understand it. And this match only lasted like a minute. Like all it really was just like Taz like taking out the Dudley Boys. Yeah, then like Chris Candido then like powerbomb Taz and went for a diving headbutt but missed. Then Taz then hit a T-bone Tazplex on Shane on Chris Candido. Then Taz applied a Taz mission and then Chris Candido submitted. So Taz won the match just like that. So it was only a minute long. Like what was the logic in this? Like why are you having it open the show and why are you only having it going a minute? So really didn't make sense. So since the match only lasted like a minute, I'm not going to be rating it, but yeah, still just it would really did not make any sense at all. And yeah, if this match really did happen today, I really feel that like everybody would just like tear this one tear this match a new one. And yeah, no rating for that one, but yeah, still made no sense at all. Yeah. Then like right after like Taz won, then the Dudley Boys then attacked Taz and hit a 3D. Then the Dudley Boys then issued an open challenge to put their tag team titles on the line. So then the challenge was then answered first. Like Balls Mahoney then came out and then like fought with the Dudleys. Then when the Dudley Boys then like were gaining the upper hand on Balls Mahoney. Then Spike Dudley then joined the match as well, came through the crowd and attacked the Dudleys, like hit them with double low blows from behind. Then we just had like an impromptu match right here with the Dudley Boys defending the tag team titles against Balls Mahoney and Spike Dudley. This match really like was not really anything that good either. Like it was like basically just like a 7 or 8 minute match. It really did like go back and forth, but not really anything memorable happen. Yeah, they were just like really like fighting in back and forth with each other. They're at one point Spike Dudley like tried to go for a Frankensteiner on Bubba, but Bubba countered it, and Bubba bombed Spike through the table. Yeah, yeah. Then eventually uh, like uh, uh Joel Gertner and Sign Guy Dudley then got involved, but Balls like laid them out too. Then at one point, like as Joel Gertner was trying to fling some lit matches at Balls Mahoney. Then Balls Mahoney then all of a sudden took a mouthful of lighter fluid and spat some fire right into Joel Gertner's face. Yeah, and as Spike at Balls Mahoney was distracted with Joel Gertner. Then eventually the Dudley boys then just came out of nowhere hair, and then hit a Balls Mahoney with a 3D, and the Dudleys retained the title. So like I said, not really all that great, and plus not really anything memorable about it either. So I would give that probably just I don't know. I guess I would give it 2 stars. So basically the first 10 minutes or so of the show really just is just kind of really just it comes this just totally came out of nowhere. The main event for the show went on first and only lasted a minute. Then we get this impromptu tag team match. So kind of got the pay-per-view off to a rocky start. But then the show does pick up from here. Next up, then we had Super Crazy versus Taka Michinoku, and this was overall a pretty good match right here. This really was just a real back and forth match between the two of them. They were hitting in their some big moves on each other. There were high flying moves. It really did just go back and forth between the two of them. Yeah, and this was overall a pretty nice paced match. Actually, it really did just go back and forth. Then eventually Super Crazy blocked a Hurricane Rana from Takamichi Noku, and then hit 2 power bombs on Takamichi Noku and got the win. So Super Crazy won the match. So this overall was a pretty good match. So I would give this, I guess, 3.25. Yeah. And then next up, then we had Little Guido versus Yoshihiro Tajiri. Yeah. And this overall was pretty good too. Once again, pretty nice back and forth match between the two of them. They were kind of exchanging slaps and submissions between each other throughout the match. And Super Crazy and Takamichi Noku, it really did go back and forth. Both guys were laying in their big moves on each other. There were high flying moves, submission holds, and really just go back and forth between them. And then at one point, as Little Guido distracted the referee, Big Sal then came in and attacked Chijiri. He hit him with a power slam. Then throughout the match, Little Guido was trying to cheat some more. Then then eventually Tajiri then scored a dragon suplex on Little Guido, but Little Guido survived it. Then eventually Tajiri then hit a Little Guido with a tree of woe and a baseball slide. Then eventually as Big Sal tried to get involved again, Tajiri kicked him off the ring apron and then hit a brainbuster on Little Guido and got the win. So overall, I guess that was a pretty good match as well. So I guess I would probably give that. I guess I would give it a 3.25 again. A pretty good match right there. Then next up, then we had Lance Storm versus Tommy Dreamer. And yeah, this really was a really good to great match as well. Like, yeah, this was like a pretty good, like a really good back and forth match between the two guys. I was like, once again, like you had Dawn Marie like in Lane Storm's corner, and Tommy Dreamer enlisted the managerial services of Francine for the match. Yeah, so you had Francine in Tommy Dreamer's corner. Yeah, and this really was a pretty good back and forth match. There was a lot of weapon use in the match. Like there was like trash can hands, trash can lids, ladders. I think there were tables used in the match, like the guardrail used. So yeah, so a lot of weapons used in the match. Yeah, and this was a really good match between the guys. Like it really did go back and forth. Both guys really did look really good in the ring. Like at one point, uh, Lane Storm countered a DDT into an STO on the chair. Yeah. Then at one point, then Tommy Dreamer like got a piece of the guardrail and used it as a weapon. Yeah. Then there was this one point where they like were fighting on a table, and then Tommy Dreamer backdropped Lane Storm onto the table. But then Lane Storm and eventually like busted Tommy Dreamer open. Then there was some usage of the ladder, like uh like what happened before at I believe it was uh back at was it yeah, I forgot exactly which show that this happened on. I forgot exactly which one it was, but yeah, we had the spot again where like Lance Tommy Dreamer had uh the ladder, and Lane Storm then tried to like baseball slide it, but Lane Storm Tommy Dreamer like lifted the ladder once again, and then and yeah, then he nailed Lane Storm with the ladder. Yeah, then at one point, then Tommy Dreamer then placed the ladder over Lane Storm's head, and then started to nail the ladder with a chair. Yeah, then eventually, then Tommy Dreamer hit a Spillicali driver on Lane Storm through the chair. Then when it looked like a Tommy Dreamer then like possibly had the match won, then we had like the appearance of Cyrus the Virus. Is yeah, he then went after Tommy Dreamer. Yeah, but then Francine then attacked Cyrus and like got a Bronco Buster on it. Then Dawn Marie then got involved, and yeah, then they had like a cat fight between Francine. Yeah, but then eventually then Tommy Dreamer then got a hold of Dawn Marie and gave her like a huge pile driver. Then as Tommy Dreamer like was distracted with that. Then eventually Lance Storm then nailed Tommy Dreamer with the trash can, and then put it over Tommy Dreamer's head, and then hit a flying spinning heel kick on Tommy Dreamer onto the trash can into Tommy Dreamer's head. Yeah, and then that allowed a Lance Storm to pin Tommy Dreamer and get the win. So that overall was a really good to great match between the guys. So I guess I would probably give that. I guess I would give it 3 3/4. Yeah, overall, really good to great match. And then next up, then we had the ECW TV Championship on the line, the television title on the line, with Rob Van Dam defending against Jerry Lynn once again. And just like Living Dangerously, this match was absolutely phenomenal. Once again, these guys really worked really well together. And like I was saying in the last review, this is a series of matches from ECW that I'm sure every fan will think of. And this is another example of how phenomenal these guys work together. This was just such a phenomenal match once again. After what happened at Living Dangerously with the time limit draw, initially, they didn't have this. They made this match not have a time limit, so that wouldn't happen again. And this match was obviously longer than the Living Dangerously match due to that. And this really was just a really phenomenal match. I mean, like the last one, it really did go back and forth between both guys, and there was a lot of weapon use in the match, and it really did just go back and forth. A lot of high flying moves in the match. There was action on the outside of the ring. Like, there was just everything with this match. Yeah, there was this one point in the match where, as a Jerry Lynn was over the top turnbuckle, Bill Alfonso tried to help RVD by holding a chair up to Jerry Lynn so RVD could kick it into Jerry Lynn's face, but Jerry Lynn was able to fight back, and Jerry Lynn snatched the chair away, and as RVD was going for the kick, I believe, Jerry Lynn then avoided it and nailed RVD with the chair. And there were just a whole bunch of awesome moments in the match. They were fighting around the outside of the ring. At one point, Jerry Lynn dove, I believe it was, from the top turnbuckle down to the floor onto RVD. Then they fought the crowd, howled with each other. And Jerry Lynn was able to avoid a lot of RVD's moves by moving out of the way as RVD went for a sunset flip or moonsaults and stuff. And Jerry Lynn avoided a lot of RVD's big moves and tried to fight back, and RVD also was able to counter them as well. RVD at one point avoided Jerry Lynn's swinging DDT and used a suplex, tried to attempt a suplex pin, but Jerry Lynn survived it. Then as RVD tried to go for a superplex, I believe, on Jerry Lynn countered it and delivered a sunset flip powerbomb to RVD, which RVD also survived. Then at one point, then as they were fighting on the outside of the ring, then Bill Alfonso then tossed a chair to Jerry Lynn, allowing RVD to kick it into Jerry Lynn's face. Then at one point, then the guys were just, as they were continuing to brawl on the outside of the ring, and eventually then as they were on the ring apron, Jerry Lynn then attempted to DDT RVD through a table down to the floor, but RVD was able to avoid it. But then later on, as RVD was attempting to go for his monkey flip, Jerry Lynn then countered it and got RVD onto the ring apron. Then Jerry Lynn then hit a sunset flip powerbomb to RVD over the ropes down to the floor through the table, which was really a cool moment as well. Then at one point, then Bill Alfonso then actually got into the ring, and then as Jerry Lynn had a chair once again, RVD tried to kick it into Jerry Lynn's face again, but Jerry Lynn ducked from it. Then as Jerry Lynn nailed RVD in the stomach with the chair, then Jerry Lynn then threw the chair at Bill Alfonso, nailing him, taking him out. Then it just continued to go back and forth. It looked like Jerry Lynn could have won at a couple points, but RVD survived. And the guys just continued to go back and forth with each other. Jerry Lynn actually did kick a chair into RVD's face at one point, but RVD still survived. So this match just kept going. There were just so many points where you would think that it would have ended, but it didn't. So this match was just it really had you on the edge of your seat. Then as Jerry Lynn tried to roll up RVD, RVD was able to get out of that. Then RVD then hit a sunset flip on Jerry Lynn, but Jerry Lynn survived that. Then RVD countered Jerry Lynn's reverse DDT. Then at one point, as RVD then hit the 5-star frog splash on Jerry Lynn then just rolled through it and looked like he could have gotten the win right there, but RVD was able to survive that too. Then eventually, Bill Alfonso then recovered and then tossed a chair to RVD again. Then RVD then hit the Van Daminator and drove the chair right back into Jerry Lynn's head. Then RVD then hit the 5-star frog splash on Jerry Lynn, and then RVD then was able to pin Jerry Lynn and get the win and retain the title. So just such a great match right here. I really am not sure which one to really call that between the Living Dangerously match and this one, because both matches really were just so freaking phenomenal and amazing. yeah, so really just check out both of these matches because both matches are really awesome. And yeah, and if you can find any other RVD and Jerry Lynn matches, definitely check those out as well because yeah, these guys just worked so well together. So yeah, this was just like Living Dangerously, such a phenomenal match. So yeah, so just like the Living Dangerously match, I give this match a solid 5 stars as well. Just such a phenomenal match. Yeah, and it really did have you on the edge of your seat for the entire thing. You just really didn't know who was going to win. So yeah, phenomenal match right there. Once again, yeah. And then after this, like this is really like where the show really does drop in quality once again. Like then yeah. Then the next match you had like the next match was scheduled to be Shane Douglas versus Just Incredible, but Shane Douglas was injured at the time, so yeah, he couldn't compete at the show. Yeah, but then yeah, then Judge Jeff Jones then came on and confronted Just Incredible, and then like I brought out Sid Vicious as a replacement opponent for Just Incredible. So yeah, so this match was uh, Just Incredible versus Sid Vicious, and yeah, this really was not good. Like this was awful. Like it was just a 2 minute match, and it was really just like a Sid beating down Just Incredible for like 2 minutes. Yeah, Jason tried to interfere, but Sid took him out. Yeah, then Just Incredible then tried to cane Sid, but then yeah, Sid then chokeslam Just Incredible. Yeah, then as he attempted to hit a powerbomb on Just Incredible, Lance Storm then tried to get involved, but Sid took him out as well. Then the match was then just called. The referee just called for the bell, so I'm not sure like what the result actually was. I don't know if like it was a disqualification, and if it was just called as a no contest or what. Yeah, there was not an official like word on this, and yeah, and just sources are all saying different things. I see like some sources say it was a no contest, others say that like Sid won by disqualification. So yeah, so I'm not even sure really what the result actually was. Oh yeah, but then after that, then Sid just like Just Incredible tried to like take Sid out like through powder into Sid's eyes, and then Lance Storm and Just Incredible then tried to uh, put Sid through a table. But then yeah, then Sabu then came out and attacked Just Incredible and Lance Storm. Yeah, then eventually then the Sabu then hit an air Sabu to uh Just Incredible through a table. Then Lance. Well, yeah, he attempted to do it to Just Incredible, but Lance Storm pulled Just Incredible out of the way, and Sid was driven through the table. Just Incredible and Lance Storm fled, and then Sabu and Sid were about to go at it with each other, but they got separated by security. Then yeah, Sid hit 2 power bombs on Judge Jeff Jones in the ring. So we just had like all this like nonsense going on, and yeah, this match was just terrible. I mean, couldn't you just like given like Sid the win by having him pin Just Incredible? Did you really have to like do this finish where there was not even like a decisive decision in for the match? So yeah, so this was just terrible. So I would give that probably well no, that gets a dud. This was just terrible. Yeah. Yeah, and then during the show, then there were like some backstage segments with like the Dudleys and Taz, and Taz then just said that he would take the Dudleys out on the night. Then we had like this like match made a that like was then the last match of the night right here. It was Taz defending the ECW World Championship against Buh Buh Ray Dudley. Yeah, and this really was just kind of there. I mean, it wasn't really anything that good at all, and really was just like pretty mediocre to be honest. And plus, it really wasn't memorable at all. Like, it just was kind of like Taz and Bubba really going at it. Then eventually Devon then interfered and then hit the 3D to Taz, but yeah, Taz survived it. Then as they were going for another 3D, Taz then countered it and hit a DDT to Devon, and then drove Bubba Ray Dudley through a table with the T-Bone Tazplex. Then eventually Taz then hit the got the Taz mission in on Bubba Ray Dudley, and then Bubba Ray submitted and Taz won and retained the title. So yeah, so just I really don't know what they were thinking with like what they were doing with the situations with the ECW Championship for the show. Like you have like the scheduled main event for the show, open it up and only lasts a minute. Then yeah, then you had like all this nonsense with the Dudley Boys going on, and then it just leads to like this like random match with Taz and Buh Buh Ray Dudley. Yeah, and it really just was very unmemorable, and it was a pretty mediocre match to be honest. So yeah, so I would give that match probably like 2 stars. So yeah, so yeah, I really think that like the stuff with the ECW Championship and like with Taz and the Dudleys, that really is like the main problem with the show because yeah, this stuff was just like it was just like booked so wrong, and it really just came off as just really phoned in and just like it wasn't really executed very well at all. So yeah, so overall with the show, I guess I would probably give it. I guess I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, like I said, like it was pretty disappointing in parts, and yeah, it really could have been better. But yeah, for what we did have, like I said, like RVD Jerry Lynn once again phenomenal match, just like at Living Dangerously. Lane Storm and Tommy Dreamer really good, and plus yeah, the other matches like the matches with Super Crazy and Taka Michinoku and Little Guido versus Tajiri. Yeah, so there is like still like good stuff on about this show. So yeah, so due to like what is good, despite the fact that like there was like some disappointing stuff on the show and the show really could have been better, I still do like to see enough good on the show to really give it a pass. So yeah, so could have been better, but for what we have, we still do have like a pretty solid show overall. So yeah, so I'm not sure if I would really recommend this show as a whole to be honest, because yeah, I feel like what really like the stuff that's disappointing on the show really is disappointing, especially like the stuff with the ECW Championship. Yeah, but but yeah, definitely check out the Taz and Jerry Lynn match. I mean Taz, the RVD Jerry Lynn match. Yeah, and I think probably like yeah, the middle portion of the show, I guess I would say, with like pretty much like everything from the super crazy Taka match all through RVD and Jerry Lynn, like that is the stuff that really is like worth checking out on the show. So yeah, so bad beginning, a bad ending, but yeah, overall a pretty good middle. So yeah, so really hard to really recommend. Not sure if I would really recommend the show as a whole, but yeah, check out the middle portion at least. Yeah, but yeah, after the RVD Jerry Lynn match, I think that is really like when you can call quits on the show. So yeah, so pretty much just start with the super crazy Taka match and then stop after RVD Jerry Lynn because everything outside of that is pretty like disappointing, mediocre, and just yeah, not worth checking out. All right. So yeah, so I guess that's the best way I can put it. All right. So yeah, so I guess this is my review of ECW Hardcore Heaven 1999. So I hope you guys did enjoy this review, and stay tuned for more ECW reviews coming. All right. So, but yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.